Energy predictions from the agency running the state's power grid say today will be another close call.
We're looking at ERCOT's supply and demand dashboard. So the purple line on top there, well, on top most of the time, is the amount of energy we have. It's the supply. The blue line is the amount of energy we are predicted to use, the expected demand. But look at 8 o'clock. You'll see number 20 on the bottom of your screen right there. It's 8 p.m. Demand, and this is the first time I've seen this, is expected to exceed capacity. That is scary.
Well, less than 12 hours ago, it also was on the brink of an outage.
Last night we went into level 2 alert. It appears right now we're out of the woods, but let's take a look at what led to this. Eric Pointer joins us live from an electrical substation in North Austin. And Eric, break down what the concern was and will be today.
So in a level 2, controlled outages are possible, and it was a warning that the power supply had dropped. And we know that this happened at around 7:30 last night, that they sent that warning out when the power supply and the demand for power got pretty close together. And the reserves dipped below 1,750 megawatts statewide. For perspective, 400 megawatts is enough to power a large city. We know there are several large cities across Texas. ERCOT blamed high demand in heat coupled with low wind and solar energy generation. Now, ERCOT uses energy emergency alerts to step up their calls for conservation. Conservation, they say, that has a big impact. ERCOT CEO Pablo Vega recently said at a board meeting that we came close to an emergency, but we didn't have one because people in Texas conserved power when asked to.
The impact of those calls and the impact of the response from Texans has been nothing short of tremendous. We have seen each of the days that we have made those calls of a material and meaningful impact on the energy demand during that day, and has contributed in each of those days to us being able to get through a tight period of operations without having to go into emergency operations.
And last night, again, we got up to an energy emergency alert 2. That's the first time we've been to a 2 since the winter storm of 2021. In a level 2, ERCOT can pay certain big industries or users to cut power. One industry that's gotten a lot of attention for this is cryptocurrency miners, which can shut down quickly to cut their power. Now, reserves have since come back up, just like Rob and Yvonne were saying. We know that they're back, but we are expecting it to be, again, pretty hot today, and we may be asked again to reserve energy. So that's something we are going to be monitoring very closely. Rob, Yvonne?
Well, Eric, you're talking about a stage 2, right? What happens when we kind of get to a 3?
So yeah, we know that controlled outages are possible in a 2. Well, controlled rolling blackouts are possible at a 3. Now, we weren't at a 3 last night, and the last time we were at a 3 was again in that winter storm of 2021.
Let's hope we don't have to get there, right?
I know.
That would be the good news there. All right, Eric, appreciate that.